everyone, so I've come on to do a bit more work on this Santoro Mega Craft Pack. So the idea is that I'm going to go through this to show Tammy and anyone else who's interested how to use it to make things for your journal. So I'm actually going to make myself a journal using this A3 Mega Pack. I've already done the 3D, not the 3D, but I've already done a decoupage piece like this. There are lots of decoupage pieces in here, but you don't have to use them all to make decoupages. You can use them for journaling cards, you can use them to make just little pictures, but yeah, I may use that as my journal cover. I haven't 100% decided yet, but I've popped it to one side for now. So today we're going to have a look through and see what else we can make in here. I mean, the possibilities are endless, but I wanted to show my friend Tammy how to make a folio, because we've got lots of things in here that we could put in a folio. So I'm going to choose one of the pieces of one of the large pieces of paper. There are several. Let's choose one that's not got... So I'm going to go with one of these ones. So I've got a green, or this is meant to be wrapping paper, but I'm going to use it to make a little folio with. I think I'm going to go with that colour, that yellow one. So I'll tear it out. They do have... Oh, I think they've got perforations at the top. Yeah, they should just... Yeah, it will just tear out like that. And I've chosen this one because it's got no specific, you know, I mean, it's got all these pretty pictures on the back, but it won't matter which way round we have them. We could even have them that way if we wanted to. So, first of all, we need to cut this bit off, or tear this bit off. It is a tear bit. I'm going to cut it so that it's nice and straight, as we're going to make ourselves a little folio, or a little pouch, if you like, to keep things in. So I'm going to use this as the basis for my pouch. This is going to be what everything's going to go in. So I'm going to fold this bottom part up like this. And this will then make pockets across the bottom, as you can see. So I've done it about 1/4 of the way up, maybe 1/3. Yeah, just under 1/3 of the way up. And then I'm going to fold it into 4. So fold it in half and then go from the edge to the centre on each side. Like that. And that will give us a base for our folio. See? This is rather a large one, but I want it to be large so you can see what I'm doing. You can do it smaller than this if you want to. So now basically we have a little folio. All we've got to do is decorate it, isn't it? All we've got to do is decorate that, glue the bits down where we want our pockets to be. So we can glue all these down to be pockets. I'm actually not going to have them all as pockets. I'm going to have these middle two as pockets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down here like this, cut down this side here, and then cut off this piece like that. I'm winging it. I'm making it as I go, and I'm going to do the same the other side. Yeah, so you can sew or glue down here and down here to make that 2 pockets. But I want to put like belly bands, and I want to put a little edge one there, to like a little edge pocket there. I want maybe another little pocket across here. Then I can put like a belly band on there. Yeah, we'll work it out as we go. Don't discard these pieces. They can be turned into, if nothing else, they can be turned into journaling cards. So let's find a contrasting piece of paper. This one looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go with this one. It's got the same leaves on it, and on the back it's got this. We can cut that bit out, can't we? Let's see. Let's take this sheet out. So if you've got this mega pack, I mean, go use what you've got. But if you've got this mega pack, you should have these 2 pieces of paper as well. So let's cut the end off there. And we're going to use these bits here to make pockets, to make side tabs, to make belly bands, and then we can decorate those once they're done. There we go. So I'm thinking I want 2 more little pockets in here, there and there, and I'm going to use this paper so that it incorporates it on the inside as well as the outside. So let's see. I think a piece of paper that size trimmed in half that way would make 2 good sized pockets to go up there. So that's what I'm going to do, is cut a piece out. First of all, let's cut her out first. I don't want to spoil her. There she is. She's cut out. She's still intact, and we can use her somewhere else in our journal. I'll pop her in there for now. And then we've got all of this to play with to make our cards and things. So I want to cut one of those out. I'm going to draw around that. That's one of the flaps that I cut off, and I know that is the size I want my pockets to be. I want to cut that out and cut it in half, and that'll be the right size for the little pockets I want at the top in the middle. And nothing is set in stone. It doesn't matter if you cut your pocket out too big or it's too small. It doesn't matter. There's no too big or too small. Just go with the flow. Enjoy your crafting. Don't worry. Relax and enjoy it. And relish the fact that you've made that yourself. So here's my little pockets. I'm going to fold it in half like this. So I've folded it in half lengthways like that, and I'm going to cut across here. I'm going to round my corners. If you don't have a corner rounder, just round it with your scissors. You don't need a corner rounder. You don't even need this book. Just use what papers you've got. There we are. Just looks more finished, doesn't it, if you round the corners, I think. I know a lot of people like to do the edging as well, you know, distress the edges, and I don't feel the need on this one. So then I'm going to have one here. Make sure it's well within those, well within your creases, so that you're not going to end up unable to fold your folio up because you've got things sticking in your creases. So let's get some gluing done now then. We need to glue down, we need to glue, this is our pocket at the bottom here, we need to glue down the middle and down each side, and then that will make 2 pockets, one there and one there. Let's do that then. Now I'm just going to glue the edge of these two, so I could have it that way or that way, and I think I'm going to go with the leaves because they do match. The leaves match that, although really that side matches that as well, doesn't it? I am going to go with the leaves though. And as I said, if you find that it's a little bit wider than you want just here, just trim a little bit off the edge like this and re-round your corners. There you go, and it'll be fine. If yours is, if you think I just want to be on the safe side, I don't want to ruin my creases because I haven't, you know, because I've got this a little bit too wide. Where's my corner rounder? My corner rounder is one of my favourite tools. If you haven't got one though, you can just use you can use your scissors, or you can just not round your corners. It's not vital. Okay, so then we're going to glue those into position right next to each other like that, leaving a little gap for the crease. And now for the edges here, I want to make little pockets to put things in on the edges. I'm going to put one here and one here. So I need my card to be, oh wow, look at that, that is very nearly the right length, isn't it? Let's see how wide I want it. I think I want it about half the width of my pocket, so I'm going to do what I did before, and I'm going to use this as a guide. Use it as a guide. My crease is there. Line my crease up with the edge of my card like that. Then I'm going to draw a line I might have it a little bit wider. I might go with this line here. So let me get my ruler and go with this line here. Let's line that up. I've got bits of stuff everywhere, look. Oh dear. Let's line it up. Yeah, I think that's right. And then we can cut. Cut it out. I need to cut some off the length. It is a tiny bit too long, so let's see. You use the measurements of your folio to cut out your pieces the same way that I'm cutting out mine. Your folio might be smaller because your paper's smaller. So yeah, and then I'm going to fold my card in half lengthways again. So I'm going to fold it in half lengthways again, like that. And then I want to draw a pattern, so I'm going to get a piece of paper, just normal printer paper. I'm going to, this is just going to be my pattern. You use your pocket. Oh, look at that! It's nearly the right. It's nearly the right length that A4 piece of printer paper is for my pocket anyway. So that'll do. It doesn't matter if it's not the right width, as long as it's a similar length. And what I want to do, because I don't want to fold my card in half, I'm cutting this piece of paper, which is the same length as my pockets are going to be. And I'm going to fold it in half like this. And I'm going to give it a bit of a fancy edge. If you don't want a fancy edge, you can just have yours straight. You know, you don't have to go mad. Just do whatever you want to do. So let's get a piece of, let's get the scissors and, not the scissors, let's get a pen. So that goes to the middle of there. My idea is I'm going to make a little template, then I can draw around it and cut it out without having to fold my card in half and ruin it and end up with creases all over it. So let's see, we could have a little pointy bit there, and we could just go, I mean, you do whatever you want. You don't have to do any of this if you don't feel like it. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy. Look, I've just done a little curve like that, so I'm going to go round here like this, cut it out. I want to make sure I leave space to put pictures on it, so I haven't cut too much of it away. I want it, you know, I've left quite a big space here to put something on, and in the middle as well. See, so it looks nice without being too, I haven't gone too mad. So I want my point to be there, line it up, and then just draw your pattern on. And if you want all of your belly bands to have fancy edges, then cut them all out at once. I'm going to keep some of mine plain edged. I'm going to keep some of my belly bands plain edged. This is going to be a side pocket, but this will be the right length for belly bands and everything. So I will cut some more out, because I do want some more belly bands. And then these are going to go, I'm going to put one there like that. So that's going to go there like that. I'm just going to get a little paper clip and clip that onto there. And then I'm going to put the other one just here like that. But before I clip that on, I'm going to cut out two more, because I want two more for the other side of for the back, if you like, of my folio. So that's the length I need. There we go, so I've measured across there, drawn my line, and cut that out. You should find that that is the right length. I've got that one there. We've got that one there. That's just going to just to make sure everything fits in all right, and before I glue it down. So then we'll go there, there, and there. So then we want something on the back here, which I'm thinking a belly band on the back of there, which is going to come out of this paper. Yeah, and that's going to be the perfect size. So decide what width you want your belly band. It doesn't matter. You're going to be tucking some of the things out of the pack behind it, that's all. It doesn't have to be, you know, there's no science behind it. Just do it as wide as you feel you want it. So I'm going to cut it like this. And then I'm going to cut it this side as well. If you wanted to, you could get your fancy scissors and cut a nice edge on it. You could do another pattern for it if you wanted to, for a fancy edge. I'm just going to leave mine plain for now. I'm just showing you how to do it in case you want to. So we're going to have that on there like that. That's going to be that belly band. And then I'm going to have pockets on here. And the pockets are going to have to come out of this piece. So let's see how wide. I'll easily get two pockets out of that, won't I? One for here and one for higher up. Or I could have a longer one at the bottom and a little short one at the top. I think we'll do that. I think we'll have a shaped pocket at the bottom and a straight one at the top. So remember, we want a little bit of space to allow for the folding. So leave a little bit from the edge each side, like that. And then I'm just going to cut across there like that to give it an angled pocket. You can draw with your, if you want to, draw that on with a ruler or any straight edge that you've got. Just draw your line and then just cut it. Because this bit will come in handy for a pocket further round, won't it? And we know that it's the right width to be a pocket. So we've got our belly band on there. We're having this pocket on here like that. I'm just going to trim off the pencil. Could always just erase it. You can round the corners if you want to, as you can with anything. So I think I will round my corners. I do like my rounded corners. round the corners on my belly bands too. That's that one. That one. That one can just be tucked under there. That's going to go there. So, and then on here we're having. So we've got that pocket there. I want another pocket across the top here, and I want it the same as that basically, or very similar to that. So let's see. Oh, there's my other belly band. I knew I had one somewhere. We'll pop that there. This will be okay for the higher up pocket. Let's just make sure we need it to be this wide. We don't need it any wider than that. So let's just make sure we cut it to the right width. And as I say, you have to do the measurements to the paper that you've got. If you're not using this A3 mega pack and you're using different paper, your measurements will be different, but you can still do the same as I'm doing, but with your size of paper, if you get what I mean. So that's going to go there. And then we're going to have this higher up as a pocket. I'm making two as I go because I may need another one further round. So that's going to go there like that. This is going to be the two higher up pockets, so let's just do the corners of those. So let's pin those into place with a paper clip, just to be sure. You know, you could just pop yours straight on if you want to, but as I'm doing it, winging it as you like, I want to make sure I've got things where I want them. So then I need something on here which is going to be the back of the folio. So I'm thinking another belly band on there, that's what I'm thinking. Or do I put, I know, I think I'm going to put my pockets on here. One. Yeah, because I'm going to use this as a belly band. I'll use this one to make sure it's the right height, so I can, because it's wider, I want this on the front. So yeah, I'm going to save that to decorate the front with, and then these will be pockets. I actually think what I might do is I'm going to have 3 pockets this time. But I think what I'm going to do is put the 3 pockets here and have these 2 on the back, because they're bigger. There's less chance of things falling out of them. That's my theory anyway. So we're going to have one. Let's just round the corners of it. And we'll have one there, and then we'll have one there, and then we should have room in our journal to fit all different sizes of things. We can put things in this pocket that are as tall as that, things in this one that are as tall as from there to there, and things in this one that are little short things. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, it's a good job I didn't glue them on, isn't it? So they're going to go onto that page there. We've already got that there, and then on the back I'm going to put the big pocket. So that one there, and there should be another little one somewhere. I've lost it now, haven't I? What have I done with that now? Oh! Yeah, now I've got another big one somewhere. There's those three there, there's that there, that there, that there. Have I lost one? Or am I imagining that I even had one? I might be imagining that I even had another one. I could be. Oh, I know what I was going to do, wasn't I? I was going to use this as the bottom pocket. So let's round the corners for that. Not that you can round them very well on this, because you can't. I can round that one though. Right, so this will be the bottom pocket on here. It'll go like that, and then the other two will just go across like that. And so on the back we have got this one to go here like that, and this one to go here like that. So it's a bit deeper pocket. You know, you can fit a little bit bigger things in there. Yeah, so that's what's going to go onto there. Let's just paper clip those onto the top here. I mean, folios can be as simple or as difficult as you want. You don't have to do any of these pockets on the outside if you don't want to. You could just open it up and have the 4 pockets that you started off with and pop things in there. You don't have to do any of this extra bits if you don't want to, but I'm just showing you so that if you do decide you want to, you can. So we've decorated everything except the front now. So I'm going to round the corners on the front using my biggest corner rounder. And then I'm going to put, oh, there's that other pocket, look. I am a twit, honestly. Oh dear, never mind. We can use it as a journaling card. So this is nice and broad. I'm going to use my template again for this. The one that I made for the inside pockets. And we'll just draw that onto there. Make sure you do it near the top. So we've got as wide a pocket as possible. And then cut it out, cut it just inside the line, and then you won't have to cut the line off or erase it like I have to, because I have to cut it on the wrong side of the line because I'm a twit. So as I say, use any card that you've got. You don't have to use this Santoro Gorgeous card, not affiliated, not sponsored, by the way. I just love Santoro Gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And I have a huge collection of Santoro Gorgeous things, including this book. And my friend Tammy bought the same book, not realising it was as big as it is. It's the A3 Mega Pack. Yeah, it's massive. So now we've got this to go on here. Now, do we want it to go like that? Or do we want it to go like that? Personally, I think I'm going to go like that. So I'm going to round my corners. Remember, this is all optional. You don't have to do any of this corner rounding if you don't want to. There we go. So then I can pop that onto my already rounded corners there. And we can put things in there as well. Perfect. So I'll pop that in there like that. And that is all of our pockets on. So I'm going to go back through now and glue on all of those pockets because I'm happy with where they are now. There we go. So that is our folio base finished. All I have to do now is decorate it and find some things to put inside it. So back into the folio we go, back into the A3 mega pack we go to find what we can use to put inside. So we've got these two pieces here. I'm going to round the corners of these. As I say, corner rounding, I love corner rounding. You don't have to do corner rounding. If you want to age the edges with some glue, with some ink, you can do. If you want to leave your edges square, you do you. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it, and then you can either do the same or very similar. I'm going to move that out of the way now. So I was thinking this would be nice down the centre of there, of that plain one on the back there. But which one shall I use? I think I got two out, if not three. I'm thinking it's going to be the leaves actually. Oh, I've got a broader one here, so it could well do the fox. Yeah, let's have the foxes down the middle of there. And what we can do is save your extra bit as well. You never know where you might need that. We can pop that and we can just glue it at the top and the bottom, and then we will have another belly band on top of a belly band. And then I might put something like her on that one because this is going to be the front, isn't it? Really like that. I'm not sure whether she's the right one. I'm not sure if the colours are right with her. Let's have a look. I think I chose her because she was more the right size though. Yeah, the others are bigger, so they're not going to be the right size. Yeah. I'll wait. This one I'm thinking, this is a birthday card basically. It's a base for a birthday card, and you would put a card topper, not necessarily this one, but you'd put a card topper on it like that. You'd put some sentiments inside, and yeah. But what I'm going to do is use it as a journaling card. So I'm going to cut it to the size that I want. I don't want it to be too massive. I'm going to cut it there like that. And then I do like this bit on it, so I'm going to just cut the frame off. And leave that bit on. And then you've got a journaling card. You need to put some paper on the back, but I can just glue some white paper onto the back of there. And the other side of the thing is fine on the back, but you could put a picture on there. Will she go on there? Maybe if I cut the Santoro, yeah, let's cut the Santoro off there. Just so that it'll fit, not because it says Santoro, because you don't need telling this is Santoro, and it does have the gorgeous logo on it still anyway. I'm not worried about that. It's a nice thick card sticker as well. It's not paper, it is card. Lovely. And it's very sticky, so I'm going to stick her onto there like that, and that will be a journaling card. I'm going to put some white on the back round the edges, but I'll do that after. That needs some white on the back and maybe a little picture on there too. That bit is you could always decorate. You could do what you want with it really. You could cut it in half and make it into two little tags if you wanted to. That's a little bit of spare. This is a little tag which we can just pop in anywhere. It does have a hole in the top, so I will put a little bit of string through the hole. Like that. And you can write on the back of there, so that's all ready to go. This one, that's another card, isn't it? I don't think that's going to be too wide to go into there. Well, it is going to be a tiny bit too wide, but if we cut off a little bit here. I can't cut a straight line for toffee, I can't honestly. So I need to find a picture to put on there, some white to go on the back, and that can be a journaling card. This one, I'm just going to cut the frame out on the front like this. Needs to go a bit further in this side. And I can put a little picture in the middle there, white on the back, and we've got another journaling card. What was this? Oh, this is a postcard, yeah. So that can just go in just like that, although I would need to trim it a bit. It's a bit too wide, isn't it? Will it go in there? Because sometimes with the glue, you can't get it as far back as you'd like. So maybe maybe it will go better into there. Yeah, we'll just pop that in there like that then. Yeah, I think we'll get away with it. Yeah, I think we will. Let's try. Yeah. She'll fit in there nicely. Then we've got this one, which is another postcard. Might have to cut this one down a bit though. Oh, if you cut it a tiny bit down the side. And that can go in there like that. Then we've got these little bits which you can take the back off of there. Don't have to keep that, or you can just take the leaves off if you wanted to. Leave the frame and just have it like that. So I don't know whether we could fit that. It might fit in the middle there, mightn't it? It would just fit in the middle there, that would. Yeah. So we've got all of these things. Let's not forget all of these little bits as well. And that could easily be used as a little decoration there, couldn't it? Or we could put something like that there. Lots of possibilities, lots of possibilities. So I'm going to go away and decorate this, and then I'll come back and we'll have a look through it. Don't forget your little envelope. That literally just needs folding like this. A little bit of glue on the edge of here and here. We'll glue that down, and then you've got your fold at the top, and you can put something inside there, anything you want really. So I'll go away and finish filling and decorating it, and then I'll come back and show you what I've done. Okay, so I'm back with the finished article. This is the front. I've used one of the little portraits, we'll call them, of that little girl for the middle of that belly band. I've put some little stickers at the top and bottom. I found this when I'd finished and thought it was too pretty not to use, so I just glued it on there. And then I've put in two postcards in there. So then when we open it up, we have another little pocket there, and it's got that card in it, and it's got that one. You can write on the back of that one, and I do need to put some paper on the back of that one. I don't know why I didn't. Then again, that's been decorated. These are all in the mega pack. And then on to the next one. We've got a deeper pocket here, and inside that pocket I put the envelope. I've made a little tag there to hold the envelope shut. I actually did it upside down because I'm a bit of a twit, that's why. But I just glued this on at the bottom half, and that makes it into a little tab so that you can hold your envelope closed. And I just put some of the smaller bits and pieces in there. I put that little tag in there, that little picture, that little ticket, and that little thing as well. Just little bits and bobs. And then you can close it like that. Yeah, for some reason, unbeknownst to even me, I did it upside down. It wasn't the end of the world, and it is only for me, so I'm not worried. Then up here I use the Cozy Up thing that I cut off. I think I cut it off a bookmark. Then I've got a little squirrel cozying up at the other side. And then in the top pocket I've got a little tag which has writing space on the back, and two little tiny pictures or tags to put writing on the back as well. Then across to here we have another pocket. In there I've put this envelope. Now I had to do a little bit of adjustment on this envelope because it was a wide one with a wide bottom, which is not what I needed for my folio, I wanted a flat one, so I had to cut some of the sides off. I cut enough off just to leave 2 tabs that folded over. You can see there they fold over, and then I cut the big tag that was like this from the bottom of each side, and then I cut this in half, and that made it, and then I glued the back onto those tags, and that made it flat. So, and in there I've popped a couple of little things to write on and a tag, and that fits in there nicely. In the top here I've got another little tag which I've backed with paper. Actually, you know, I think I ought to show you how I did that. Let me get another one out and show you how I did it. Okay, so I started off with something like this, something similar to this, and what you should end up with is if you fold on all the scored lines, you will end up with a pocket that has a flat bottom so that you can put something bigger in there. Well, that's not what I needed. So what I did was, so this is the back. I cut the back off altogether, just cut it off like that. I cut this flap off, I cut this piece in here is scored in the middle, and I cut that down the middle and cut the end off it as well. You don't need the end on it either. And then the same on the other side, so cut it down the middle, cut the end off. I cut this bit at the bottom in half as well. It didn't need to be as long as that. And then I folded these bits over like that. I glued onto here like this. And then I popped the back on, making sure your bottom is at the bottom. So glue it back on like this, and it will give you a flat envelope. There we go. In fact, we can cut, yeah, we can cut this back tab off altogether. We don't need that at all. I've cut the wrong one in half. Trust me. It's not the end of the world, it don't matter. Cut that in half, cut that off, cut this one in half. If you want your little corners, you can still just cut them in if you want to. Then fold that bit up like that and glue it. Glue that onto there. And there is your little pocket. Yeah, I've done it wrong, haven't I? I've glued the front on, not the back. It doesn't matter. That's what you need to do anyway. So that's the back. This is the front, and then you can stick a picture on there if you wanted to. So that's how I did it. I'll save that for another day. These little bits here, you could cut that into a little tab quite easily, look. Cut that bit off the bottom and round the corners, and you've got a little thin tag if you want one. Yeah, so that's how I did that. In here I've got a very large tag. I'm going to write inside that frame on there, and on that one I did put a backing on it, and then I decorated this pocket with a little cupcake, a little fox and a little daisy. Then on the back of there we've got a belly band. We've actually got 2 belly bands because this is a belly band as well if you want to use it as a belly band. And I've got a little stray girl there that's escaped. So yeah, you can put one in the back. These two have both got writing space on the back as well. You can put one in the back and one in the front if you want to. I did glue this girl on just down the middle, so there was no glue on the side there. Then over this page again, we have got a tag in the bottom with writing space on the back. We have got a little card in the middle with writing space on the back, and we've got two little tags put in sideways there with little pictures on and writing space on the back. Yeah, and these were stickers, and that was one of the little pictures, the same as that I used. And then right on the very back, so this is the front, this is the back, we've got a little tag there you can write on the back of that one. We've got a tag there that you can write on the back of. I did only put a little snail there. I didn't see the point in decorating that when it's going to have a journaling card in it. Then there's two journaling cards in there with writing space on the back. Brilliant. Yeah, it's quite stiff to get those in because it's quite a busy little folio now, isn't it? Love it. And then at the top there are two more of those tiny little cards that I just think they're cute. I probably wouldn't write on them, but if I wanted to, I could. Yeah, so that's my little A3 mega pack tutorial for today, and how to make a little folio, or how to make a big folio. It depends what size paper you use as to how big your folio comes out. And I didn't use measurements, I just showed you how I did it in relation to the size of paper, so that you'd be able to do it yourself using whatever size paper you'd got. That was the idea. And I have also made a space in my book. This will be the first thing that goes into my book, but I have put a belly band in there to put it behind. So for the belly band, I cut a strip from the bottom of a page. It's literally a strip, that's A4 size. So a strip across the bottom of one of these pages is A4 length, and I cut it to the width that I wanted. I wanted it a little narrower than my folio, and then I decorated it with that nice big card. I think that's a card topper, and again I just glued in the middle, and then these two little bits I also glued on. I could have just glued the bottom on and had space to tuck something in there, but I thought as we're using a folio that's already stuffed full, we didn't need any pockets on the front. So yeah, that is the first thing in my Santoro journal, a folio in a belly band. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that and got some inspiration from it. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.